Alrighty, guys, welcome back to 1822 MC Adventures and More. This is my channel. My name's Pete, and my little friend here is Shadow. Oh, I know you won't. What? What? Look, I'm busy doing something. We'll work on your. We'll work on your trick later. Okay? Come on now. Now, I am fixing to mix. I am fixing to make myself lunch. How am I going to make my lunch, you ask? Well, let me show you. I will be making my. Holy smokes! What in the wide world of sports? All right. Oops. Let's try that again. And what will I be making my luncheon today, you ask? Why, my M40 Pathfinder knockoff Swedish mess kit, of course, right? Yeah, guys, I just recently got this thing and I'm liking it. Let me show you all what this is all about, okay? You know what a Swedish mess kit is, then you know what this is, because it's pretty much an exact copy with the exception of some small detailing like the hinges and the rivets. And the roll on the pan, I've heard experts talk about. Yeah, big whoop, right? So, now, I already had the alcohol stove. I bought this. Now, you can buy these just as the mess kit, or you can buy them as a mess kit with the stove. Probably should do it with the stove if you don't already have one, but I must say I like the stove and I like the mess pot. So let's pull this out, right? First off, what you have here is you have a stainless steel windscreen. Pretty much exactly the same thing as the one that came with the original Swedish one, except this is made of stainless steel, not aluminum. And you have your little arms down there so you put those up so you can put your stove down and then your pot stays above your stove and you can cook like you're supposed to. But now I have also seen where people have like drilled a hole in the side of this thing and then they run a hose in there and they hook up a little stove in there and they run it off a bottle of gas. Interesting concept. I don't think I'm going to be that ambitious. But so your stove fits over there like that, right? And you regulate your flame, and then you got your skillet here. Now, I do not know what these things hold, and I'm trying to remember, and unfortunately I can't. But this is enough to put a can of soup in. I'm sure this will hold a can of soup, or if you wanted to make some Roman noodles, I'm sure you could put the noodles in there and however much water you use when you make your noodles, and you should be just fine. And it's got two D-rings on the handle so you can whittle a stick and put it in there for a nice long handle if you're cooking over a fire. It's stainless steel. Got the Pathfinder logo on the bottom, but nice size stainless steel skillet, right? And then you got your bush pot here, and this holds, I forget, I think it was like almost 2 quarts of water. It's a ridiculous amount, but it's a nice big pot, as you can see, and it's stainless steel. And it's got your bail hooks on there, and you can stick it in there, something like that. And then you can use it to pour with, or you can just hang it from a stick or whatever you need to do with it. But, I made lunch in this yesterday, and the only damage that's been done is there's a little bit of patina in the bottom now because it's stainless steel. It's got some bluing in there, kind of looks like an exhaust pipe. But I'm happy with the kit, I really am. And if you're thinking about getting one, if you can find one on sale, that's awesome. And if not, well, just suck it up and buy it, right? But know this, it is heavy. But I didn't buy it for backpacking. I bought it for motorcycle camping. And this will fit right inside a saddlebag without any problem. And I got a couple different bags it fits right in. So far it has fit in my Romanian Army shoulder bag, fits in the French gas mask bag, fits in a saddlebag. I have a radio man's bag it fits in. I have several bags I can put this in to go out in the woods for a day. So, with that being said, on my way home from Florida, I will be putting this thing to very good use. And without further ado, let's join yesterday's lunch video with this mess kit already in progress. Kind of a long one, guys. Hope you can stick through the whole thing. I appreciate it if you do. Talk to you later. Let's talk about lunch. I mentioned there was lima beans and kielbasa with some onion. And I'm going to be cooking it in. For those of you that know about mess kits, oh, excuse me, it's so cold out today. My nose is like paying the price. The Swedish Army mess kit is the holy grail of mess kits, especially if you can find one made in stainless steel. The newer ones, I guess, are made out of aluminum. But it really doesn't matter what they're made out of. They act like they're gold-plated. They are so expensive nowadays. You're going to pay $150 to $200 for one. It's going to be shipped from some country you can't hardly pronounce. And then you're going to pay shipping. So, I mean, you got a lot invested. Or you can buy the Pathfinder PFM 40 knockoff. And this is made of stainless steel. It's almost identical. So you got all the nice things. You got, you got your stainless steel windscreen. From what I understand, the Swedish one is made out of aluminum. So I'm sure this is better quality. And for those that don't know, you can put a grate on top of this and use it as a grill. So I'm told. We'll find out about that one of these days. And then you have your skillet. And I do not have the capacity numbers on this, but it does have some D-rings. So you can, in fact, put a stick in there and hold it back so you don't get your hand burned, right? But that's big enough that I know I can cook up some sausage or bacon, and then I can cook up some eggs in it. And then it's got a nice big pot. This, I forget the capacity on this, but it's pretty good size. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut up my onion and my kielbasa, and I'm going to put it in the pot. And I'm going to brown it up a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the beans in there. And we're going to call that lunch. So I'm kind of cramped on space here. You'll just have to work with me on this, guys. All right, so actually, put this right there. All right, so first things first. And today I'll be using my Swiss Army knife. I very rarely use it. It's in like brand new condition because I very rarely use it. Let's cut up at least half an onion. Okay. Actually, I might have to just put a little more in there. All right, so Now I will put this back for later, because when it's all done, we'll put a little raw onion on top of all that to top it off. And this is just nothing more than a Polish style kielbasa with the casing on it. We're going to cut that up into nice little chunks. And we're going to cut it in half just because. All right, I'll give you one if you do your trick. Come over here, sit. Okay, spin-a-rooney. There you go. Now sit. Now you got to do it again. There you go, spin-a-rooney. There you go. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Okay, that's it. Let me get back to this. All right, so now we're putting this in here. Now I put the onions in there to help keep the kielbasa from burning. That, and of course, onions are going to make it smell good, and it's going to make it taste good. Now, of course, I'm cheating by using canned beans. I don't want to hear no grief about that, but kind of pressed for time here. So normally what I could do, if I was traveling, I could put about a cup of beans in a Ziploc baggie with some water, and then as I'm traveling, I could rinse those beans out once or twice, and then when I get to where I'm going, they should be swelled up enough that I could cook them. I'm going to be putting that theory to practical application here soon. All right, so now wipe off the knife. And let's see if we can find a can opener in here. Little baby knife. Whoop. This looks like it's it right here. All right, now give me a second to clean up. We'll be right back. There's Shadow. Okay, so now let's see what we can do with this. All right, kids, do not do this at home. I'm a trained professional. I've never liked those can openers on a knife, except for the one that's on my Army knife, American Army knife. That one actually works, sort of. But I find it easier to just use a good sharp blade. All right, so now we got that open. You can set that there. Time for a sip of coffee. Man, that coffee is good, guys. And because I don't have any oil out here with me today, I'm going to put a splash of water in there just to help kind of cook things down a little bit. All right, so let's get the stove out here and going. I got some MRE matches here. Hopefully they'll light. And now something tells me that what I want to do here is I'm going to want to put this at about halfway or so, right? Okay. Now we'll put this all the way up.